Jay, welcome back to the channel. Guys, have you ever felt that you have been, I don't know, bait and switched at any time in your life? You know, somebody shows you something and then shows you something completely different. You know, on YouTube we call it, clickbait. Well, I have to tell you that today, of all days, I felt that happened to me and to a lot of Masters of the Universe Origins fans. And I think that Mattel sort of did a bait and switch, clickbaity type of thing, to be perfectly honest with you. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Mattel did a quick teaser over the weekend. As though it was actually Pixel Dan who showcased this photo. It said, coming to your collection in 2022. And yeah, this is something that's been going around the internet for a little while, and it showed a whole bunch of silhouettes of different characters. And a lot of us were really excited about these silhouettes because, you know what, it was like a guessing game. And actually, this past weekend, I did a whole live stream on, which characters we think these are. And it was a lot of fun. You know, we sort of dissected, the shapes and the weapons that we could see. And really, we were all super excited for the figures that we thought that were here. But today, they finally revealed some of these characters that have been, teased and that we're expecting. And honestly, I felt a little bit, kind of like bait and switched, to be perfectly honest with you. So I wanted to take a moment today and take a look at some of these brand new pictures that have come across my desk. But guys, just before we get started, if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I post up to 2 episodes a week, and I hope you guys will enjoy. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you guys will always know when new episodes are posted. All right, guys, without further ado, let's deep dive into this. This is absolutely crazy. So just to get familiar, if some of you haven't actually heard about what's going on, Pixel Dan late last week actually posted this image right here on his Instagram page, and it says coming to your collection in 2022. Now, this has sparked a lot of debate, and really it's actually given a lot of people some idea or at least some theories as to what might be the next wave of figures that are going to be coming into the Masters of the Universe Origins line. Yeah, so a lot of us were pretty much in the same consensus that if from going left to right, when you zoom in, it was pretty much a lot of people's indications that the silhouettes on the left were Beastman from the 2000X series, or perhaps even a brand new, New Eternia Beastman that was actually on the left. The next figure is actually a version of Sunman, maybe a brand new version of Sunman with actual wings. His new cameo hairstyle. Imposing character in the middle. I think everybody has concluded that this must be the 2000X He-Man for Masters of the Universe Origins. And of course, the 2 figures on the right were actually for the Masterverse. Now, this character here, they were saying maybe it's a snake version of Teela, which is very, very possible. We do see the Cobra head. And then people were saying that it's just a brand new type of Teela from, the comic books. So that was a very interesting concept. But we were sort of torn between whether or not it's Origins or Masterverse. But we finally did come to the conclusion it's probably going to be an Origins figure. But then this figure here gave everybody like a lot of food for thought, and we really had no idea who this was. A lot of people were saying it was Jitsu. Some people said it was Man-E-Faces. And I even got a suggestion that it might even be Too Bad. These are all great suggestions, but really it was hard to really narrow down which figure this is. So that sort of became very, very ambiguous. A lot of people were siding with Jay and John over at Geek Dad Life and thinking that it was Jitsu. So you know what? There are a lot of speculations on that. But today, thanks to our friends over at Toy News International, they actually broke this news earlier this afternoon, and these are actually the reveals for the new Origins heroes for 2022. And honestly, I have to say, I did feel a little bit let down because some of these figures we've already been announced, and some of them just did not show up in this silhouette, vignette that they actually put together. And honestly, I feel a little bit torn as to why this was the case. Anyway, let's dive in and see exactly what happened. Guys, thanks to Toy News International for making the story. If you haven't already, guys, definitely check them out. They're a great news resource for toy news all year round, specifically Masters of the Universe related toy news. So guys, head over there, give them a like and a follow, tell them Jay sent you. Guys, this was the brand new reveal from Toy News International about these figures, and yeah, this is kind of crazy. Here we can see the original vignette. You can see if we bring in the other original photo, they definitely share the exact same background. We can see that right here. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing in my opinion, because here they tease us a lot with these wonderful silhouetted figures, and I was really getting excited about who these might be. And then on the final reveal here, yeah, the new Origins heroes and one villain. You know, it's not that I'm being critical about this, but honestly, you shouldn't be teasing out a image like this with 5 characters ready to go and really giving us a lot of anticipation. And then when you do a final reveal, you show us 3 characters that have already been announced and 3 characters who, you know, two of them fine. They were in the actual tease, but one of them is obviously not part of the original reveal. It's kind of a bit of a letdown. But having said that, let's dive in and take a look at these guys. So the first character that was revealed was Space Sumo. Now, I know nothing about this character, to be perfectly honest with you. He comes from the Sunline line of figures, which obviously was a offshoot of the Masters of the Universe back in the day. And, you know, I'm very excited about these characters in general, but I really have no affinity towards them outside of that. Outside of the brand new fascination of these characters, I really don't know anything about them. But I'm eager to learn. I'm eager to find out who Space Sumo is, what are his powers, what does he do, and, you know, he does look interesting. He's got, you know, head wrap, which is obviously more of a ninja type of getup, which is kind of interesting, but he's called a Space Sumo, and he's nowhere near the size of a sumo wrestler, so, again, it's kind of interesting, you know, the juxtaposition here, and I don't really understand how this character, you know, is related to the Master universe, but obviously it's more of a character from the Sunman universe. He does look interesting. I love his head attire. I love the wonderful straps, very much reminiscent of, you know, characters like Ninjor and Jitsu, you know, from that Oriental feel. Yeah, he does look like one of those great new characters that we can expect upcoming soon. He's sporting this wonderful, huge katana. So yeah, this is going to be a very popular character, I think, going forward. The next character that was revealed is, you know, these figures have already been sort of teased. This one's Pigman. Now, Pigman, of course, as we've already mentioned, is part of the Sunman universe, and I think he is the actual main villain of the universe itself. So it's interesting to see him here fully realized in the Masters of the Universe, you know, collection. I do like his sculpt. He looks very unique compared to all the other Master Universe figures. He's got that wonderful snout. He's got those, you know, huge, glowing red eyes. He's got like 3 different tusks coming out of his mouth, which is crazy. And of course, his overall helmet and appearance are just wonderfully striking compared to any of the other Master Universe figures that have ever been released. He's sporting a sash with these spikes that are coming out, along with obviously removable straps. And yeah, it's very, very unique, very, very interesting. His color scheme, you know, this kind of pukish green, yellowish green, sorry, and you know, the almost cyan type of clothing, and he comes with a rather generic shield and a mace type weapon as well. I find it interesting that his trunks are actually of a look like fish scales. That's something I've never seen before, as far as I can remember. And I would think that would be very, very much accustomed to, you know, an Aquaman type of character as well. Yeah, so don't know too much about this character other than the, you know, released mini-comic that was just included with Sunman right now. But other than that, I really have no idea as to what this character and what his power sets are or anything like that. So it's going to be interesting to find out more about this character coming forward. Then they also had Digitino. Digitino is... yeah, a character that looks almost like he belongs in a Roman-type setting. That's so interesting. He seems to be some sort of Latino hacking expert, something like that. Like he's some sort of some sort of expert with computers. Again, I don't know enough about the character to really give any sort of opinion on this. He does look unique. I mean, he definitely has that Latino-like, you know, complexion. His face definitely does have a Latino-type, you know, look. The staff that he has is so unique. I've never seen anything quite like it. It looks almost like a crab's claw or maybe a scorpion pincer. Yeah, such a unique, you know, design. He also is sporting a sort of sash type of clothing, but it seems to have some sort of technology on it. Again, I don't know enough about this character to even understand what you know, the relevance that has to the character. Whether or not it's some sort of like technology he uses to hack into the web or anything of that nature. I really have no idea. He has these wonderful wrist armlets, which seem to be very signature. The gauntlets that he's wearing to the Sunman figures. And yeah, realistically, he looks like, again, as I said, more of a Roman-esque type figure, you know, in terms of appearance and style. I would love to learn more about this character. I guess we'll find out more as the line is expanded into this wave. But now we get into the more Master Universe centric figures, and the first one that comes to mind and is very exciting for me, honestly, is yes, Zoar and Teela 2-pack. What is going on, guys? We're finally gonna get a full-on Zoar figure with her full-on Zoar armor and her perch. This is awesome. I'm still hoping that her wings still flap. It looks like they do. Now, I never had Zoar as a kid, so getting another chance to actually have her in action figure form is going to be awesome. This is so exciting. Zoar comes with, as I said earlier, her armor for going into battle. Again, we never saw this in the Filmation cartoon, but it looks amazing here on her. The way it is situated. It looks like there's a ray gun at the top, maybe a few more armaments to protect her head while she's flying. Beautiful stuff. We love. She of course is sporting her signature orange and blue color motif. She's just a gorgeous figure all around, and her perch is pretty much literally lifted off the original 1983 version of the character, looking absolutely stunning. And accompanying her with this 2-pack is, oh man, this is awesome. It is Teela in a brand new attire, but she's also sporting a top ponytail. That's amazing. And this is really cool because if we grab Teela here, she does have a headdress at the top, which is poking out of her Cobra headdress, but it's not nearly as raised as this particular Teela. As a matter of fact, this particular Cobra headdress seems to be almost obstructed by that ponytail. That's interesting. Her face is also a brand new sculpt. We can see that right now. And if I'm not mistaken, her complexion seems to be even a little bit more lighter than what we originally got from the original Teela from the Master Universe Origins figures. Very interesting. She's also sporting a brand new sword and a brand new version of Ka. Now, a lot of people are saying that this version is the one that came in the comic books. So yeah, very interesting to have her alongside with the original version of Teela from the Masters Universe Origins collection. Very excited to get these two figures. They do look amazing. She also comes with her signature shield as always, so this is really, really cool to be able to get these two figures in the collection. This is amazing. Now, another figure which I'm super excited about because I never had him as a kid. Super anticipating this, and I'm really glad that we finally got him in hand. This is going to be great. Yes, it is King Randor. We are getting a version of King Randor in the Master Universe Origins. Holy crap, everybody, this is amazing. I never had King Randor as a kid. He looks absolutely stunning. Now, he's basically a updated version of the original 1984 version of King Randor. I believe it was 84 that he was released. But he's looking amazing here. He has a brand new head sculpt, looking so stoic, so kingly. He's got that wonderful crown, that full beard with the mustache and the long hair. He's got that wonderful cape, which to me does not look like soft goods. It looks very similar to the cape that was included with Scareglow, which is more of a malleable plastic material, looking so great. And it does look like he comes with the plastic clamshell type of armor, which we haven't seen yet. This is actually, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time we've actually seen the clamshell armor. Think about it now. Doesn't actually, I might take that back. Doesn't Spydor, doesn't Webstore actually have some sort of clamshell type armor? Somebody have to remind me about that. I don't have a Webstore near me right now, so I can't really remember. He does have a scepter with an actual spear at the top, and yeah, he's just looking so regal, so royal. Love the fact that we're finally going to get Randor in the Master Universe Origins collection. Beautiful. And I think the most anticipated and one of the biggest reveals from this announcement is, of course, the 2000X version of the Master Universe 2000X He-Man in the Master Universe figures. This is great. A lot of fans of this series. I personally am not a gigantic fan of the series. I did not like the Power Sword. The gimmick on the Power Sword was just kind of way out there for me. The fact that it was more technological, transformed and things like that. I did not really get into that. I do like the design. It looks very, very cool. But the sword itself kind of turned me off. He also has this. It also appears that he has a technical advanced axe, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. But he does look cool as a character. He's still sporting a very, very familiar He-Man-esque face. So yeah, this is going to be brand new, very, very interesting, and yeah, I don't think there's ever been a character like this in the Master Universe Origins style. So, very excited to be able to get this character in hand, regardless of if I'm interested in the series at all. I do love having the chance to be able to get another He-Man into my collection. That technological shield, yeah, I'm going to call it techno shield. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I kind of like it. And I do like the straps. They are interesting, along with the new sculpted fuzzy loincloth and belt. Very, very cool to see these characters, being realized in plastic form. But I'm going to finally backtrack and talk a little bit more about what I think about these reveals and just a little bit about I'm disappointed about them. I mean, they were hyping up this, sending it to Pixel Dan, sending it to a whole bunch of different, influencers who, have a lot of connection to Master Universe. And seeing these silhouettes, I think a lot of people got excited. I think a lot of people were very, energized as to what new characters they could see in the Masterverse collection, in the possibly new Eternia, Origins, of course. And then, a few days later to get the reveal that they are just, reinforcing the fact that 3 characters who have already been announced are on the way. And we got 3 characters again who one of them was one of them was actually in the silhouette. Sorry, 2 of them were actually in the silhouetted teaser, but the rest of them were just not there. I mean, that is definitely not Randor in the corner there that we see here. That's definitely not King Randor. I think it could be argued that is Teela right here. She's not sporting her claw staff, or it does look like she has the same sword though, which is fine. But honestly, it's kind of misleading. Now, I think everyone was able to guess He-Man properly from the 2000X series. That's fine, because the sword itself is just so iconic. So, yeah, that in itself was okay. But, showing Sunman here in what appears to be the Revelation style, the Masterverse style, I guess you could argue that his, silhouette represents all 3 of these characters here who are in the Master Universe Origins Sunman line. I guess you could argue that. But it doesn't negate the fact that they are not the characters in silhouette that you see here, right? These characters, other than these 2 who were finally, unveiled in this, reveal, the rest of them are definitely not in this silhouette. And there's actually 1 extra character in here in the reveal. There are 6 characters here versus the 5 characters that are in the silhouette. I don't know. It just seems to be a little bit disingenuous to me, and not that I really care. I mean, I'm just happy to see that the more and more Master Universes are coming out. Whether it be from Origins, whether it be from new Eternia, Masterverse, Revelations. I'm just happy to see more MOTU on the shelves, because there was a lot of speculation that MOTU would actually come to an end, come 2022, or the rights from Mattel would actually be, bidded out to anybody else out there who was able to do these things. So, I'm really glad to see that Mattel has at least retained some rights to some action figures going forward. So that to me is the biggest win and the biggest news in this announcement. Having said that, guys, what are your thoughts? Are you guys excited about these brand new characters that have actually been revealed? Obviously, we saw the Sunman characters revealed earlier on in the year, last year, but now we get to see proof positive that Master Universe 2000X is getting some more representation in the Master Universe Origins line. We're seeing a new version of Teela along with Zoar and King Randor, a wonderful, beloved character from the Master Universe series back in the day, being brought forward to the 2022 Master Universe Origin series. So I'm super excited about that, but what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for any of these characters? Will you be collecting any of the Sunman characters that have been announced and are obviously being pushed by Mattel? Are you excited about the brand new 2000X line that's being updated for Master Universe Origins? And are you excited for its brand new 2-pack and King Randor? Or is this just a little bit too little too late, and are you tired of the repaints and the re-releases and all these crazy things, getting only 1 new Master Universe Origins character per wave? Guys, please leave those comments in the comment section below. It really does help the channel if you would like, comment, and subscribe to this video if you enjoyed it. Guys, I hope you are all doing well and staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Geek Proud.